Karen Lovett, and I'm the science teacher on this sixth grade team. Um, your students might have told you our situation is a little bit unusual in many different ways this year because of personal reasons. I can't have risk of contacting the virus, so I am teaching from a distance. And there is a another teacher in the room
Jane,
who
you need to find a book. If you're not going to read the boxcar book today, you got to read another
No,
book.
I have to read the boxcar more.
there you go. And somebody's getting in trouble for not reading Miss Forbes.
He wants a different book.
so, so, um, so that is the model that that I'm using at this moment, and so far it has been very interesting and very successful in its own way. This is a time in a period in our history, a period in our lives when we are faced with uncertainty, like always, and to see it as an exploration of things that never were possible and now are possible and brings us to new places and we've never been to before. And that's definitely the journey that we've been all going through in science this year. And I think we've had quite a lot of success. I've been super interested and super pleased with your kids. They're very resilient and they rise to the occasion. And it has, the teacher that teaches in the classroom with me made a comment one day, and he said, kids are using skills that they would use in the real world about listening in one place, having to go do something, being part online, being part offline. And so it's been an interesting challenge. It's been an interesting challenge and a lot of fun, and a lot of good work has happened because of it. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So the sixth grade program is titled, Who Are You? The Universe Within. Now, the sixth grade, the science program in the middle school is a comprehensive science program in that we teach in all of the middle school, each grade level teaches a little bit of biology, a little bit of chemistry, and a little bit of physics and earth space science. And we each teach a little bit about it, and we do it around a theme. So each grade level has a different theme. And the idea is that those concepts are threaded. They go all through the program, all through middle school. So the sixth grade is a foundation course. It's where we start basic foundations of science. And scientist is about understanding the world around us, and we do that by looking at the world around us, observing our surroundings, and like my grandmother used to say, in the doing comes the understanding. And that's the theory behind this course. So when I thought about how am I going to teach these standards to the course, I thought, what are kids really interested in when they're 11 and 12? They're interested in themselves and in their bodies and all the changes and the magic that's happening in them and around them, and what does that all mean? And so that is the basis of the course. It's around 4 units, and they're all project-based. So the first unit is the basic introduction to science. What do scientists do? How do they do it? What tools do they do it? How do they communicate? What makes something good science and what makes something not science at all? So this unit has been very interesting. I completely changed it around this year, and we started by being like scientists that are studying the virus around us. And so we've been studying about viruses in general, how they spread, how they're tracked, how they're traced. We've been studying what the viruses that have caused epidemics in the last 100 years. Each student has learned about one of them and has actually modeled them to understand actually what a virus is and what's it doing in our body to lead to, so what do we do to protect ourselves and everyone else and our community. And so that's the first unit, and it was perfectly played, and the kids are so interested in it. The second unit that we do, they might change order depending on what happens, is an introduction to chemistry. So we learn about the basic building blocks of our planet, which are the basic building blocks of us and all living organisms. And that turns out to be a really fun project. A third unit that we do is called Our Bodies Ourselves, and the students learn, each of them takes a system. The second project, the Element project, is a project that they do individually. This project they do as a group, and it's probably the most difficult part of this project. And they each are a system in the body, and they have to model its structures, its function, its organs, and what it does all around a teenager. So we have one body that's a female and one that's a male. What do teenagers need to know about their body in order to keep it in good health? And so the kids do tons of learning, tons of modeling, they learn Adobe Illustrated, they make augmented reality things that are embedded into those posters. And at the end, we have somewhat of a museum. And the last unit, which actually I just started last year, and in sixth grade, I taught eighth grade for most of my career. And last year was the first year that I introduced genetics. And I was really pleased. We actually did it during one of the things in confinement. And that was, maybe I was feeling especially brave, but that's one unit that I really want to develop this year. And so this is a project-based course. It's not based on memorization and a bunch of facts. It elicits other skills that maybe are even more important. Things like how to work together, how to listen to other people, how to have an open mind, how to follow timelines, how to do what you say you're going to do for your group, and how to bring the things that you said you're going to bring, how to be there for people, how to collaborate with people. And I think of all the things, the most important thing is that all students are expected to be open to new ideas, new ways of doing things, open their own minds to bridge their creativity, listen to other people, the people around them, see new ways of doing things, and mostly be compassionate to ideas that might not be your own. So this is the project, actually. This is from yesterday, and this is some of their little viruses. So that's science.